no seasoning on the ribs at all? No barbecue sauce? What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Happy Hour with Taco. Today, we're going to kind of flip the script a little bit, if you know what I mean. We're going to check out the top 10 greatest food dishes in the UK. If some of y'all have heard, the rumors here are food in the UK has no seasoning, it's bland, just really boring. I'm from Louisiana, so we probably overdo it. So I'm not sure if I could even handle going there. Maybe I should for about a year, drop a couple pounds. Who knows? We're going to check it out. We're going to see what they're like. I've enjoyed watching the channel Jolly on YouTube. If y'all have seen that, it's awesome. If you haven't seen it, go check them out. They'll do the British high schoolers eating American food, trying that, seeing their reactions is hilarious. The Jolly guys will come over here to the States, or as they say, across the pond, and they'll try different things, and seeing their eyes almost pop out of their head because of how much flavor and just the good foods across the United States are. With that being said, let's check it out. Let's see if the rumors are true. We'll go from there. And here we go.
Welcome to Watch Mojo
Doesn't
UK.
look
And
beans.
today we're counting down our picks for the
Ooh,
top
babe.
10
That's a
greatest
pepper roast, huh?
British
That looks
foods
good.
or dishes.
No seasoning. There's
For
no
this list,
seasoning on
we'll
that.
be looking at some classic staples of UK.
Gordon Ramsay. I heard
What's
the
your
reason
favorite
Gordon
UK
Ramsay's
meal?
so angry
And your perfect
is because he grew
Let
up
us
eating
know
flavorless
in the
food.
comments. Number 10. Toad in the Hole. We love our sausages in the UK,
Toad in the
whether as
hole?
part of a breakfast, slapped on a butty, or paired with fluffy potato to create the classic bangers and mash. One traditional sausage dish that still survives today is the humble toad in the hole. It's not the most appetizing of names, but otherwise, what's not to like
Man,
about
what is it, a
sausages
croissant
baked
with
in
some
Yorkshire
sausage?
pudding batter? This simple meal is quick
Gravy?
to make and especially tasty when paired with onion gravy. Toad in the hole began popping up in the 18th century as a way for poor families to stretch out meager meat portions.
That looks pretty
It wasn't
good.
always made with sausage. One early recipe calls for pigeon in the hole, but nowadays
Pigeon.
it's sausage or nothing. Number 9. Haggis, neeps and tatties. A sheep's stomach stuffed with offal, onion and spices might not sound delicious,
Sheep
but
stomach?
it's actually pretty good. Haggis can sometimes be
Mad
found
Max,
in a
this is
full
where you're
Scottish
going.
breakfast, but is most often eaten as part of the Burns night supper.
What is that?
Neeps and tatties, turnips and potatoes, are traditionally served alongside the haggis
Guess
and
it's just
washed
a way to
down
make a
with a
baked
dram
potato?
of whisk.
I don't know.
Burns night celebrates
Interesting.
the famous Scots poet Rabbie Burns, writer of Auld Lang Syne,
They love
and
the
addressed
gravy,
to a
huh?
haggis.
Two
The
birds in a
latter
row with
poem is
gravy.
read over the food at an
I don't
annual
think I'd
supper
try that.
after the haggis
y'all
has
try
been
sheep
piped
stomach?
in with great ceremony. It's possibly an acquired
If you're
taste,
from the UK,
but it's
let me
hearty
know,
fare,
are the
well
rumors true?
suited to
I
cold
mean, do you
winter
even know?
nights. Number 8. Steak and kidney pie. They may favour sweet pies across the pond, but in the UK, we're all about the savoury.
That ain't a pie,
and the
that's a
meatier,
freaking
the
quiche.
better. Apple pie and custard is worth a mention too, but honestly, we're more likely to
Generation
cook
X?
up a crumble. Whether you're opting for chicken and mushroom or
Beef
steak
bouillon.
and ale, serve your pie with mash or with chips, and don't stint on the gravy. A pork pie eaten as a snack is one of life's great
That actually
pleasures,
doesn't
but
look
steak and
bad.
kidney is the real classic. The combination
chicken
of that
pot pie,
rich,
right?
meaty
But with
filling,
steak?
thick gravy, and golden brown pie crust is utterly mouth-watering,
That looks pretty
especially
good.
if the pie is homemade.
I'd eat that.
Number 7. Trifle. Originating
Trifle.
in England, the trifle has had some success as a children's party favourite, but really,
Is this what
it's
Jennifer
adults who
Aniston
love
put
this
the layer
indulgent
of meat in
confection
on
of
Friends?
jelly, fruit, and
Let me know if you know.
that might have something to do with
Be
the amount
good.
of booze it's acceptable to
Love
pour
Joey.
into these
Shout out
things.
Joey Tribbiani.
Although the recipe can vary greatly, versions of this layered pudding began making cookery book appearances back in the 16th
I mean,
century.
this looks good. I
The
don't know why
trifle's
the deep
glory
dish.
days
Why
may
not
be
make it like
behind
a
it,
a
but as it's
casserole
easily
dish?
rustled up and always looks impressive, we doubt it'll disappear anytime soon.
What's in there,
fact, in
oranges?
2022, a new variation on the dessert, including lemon Swiss roll, white chocolate, and amaretti biscuits, was chosen as the official
Okay, that actually looks
platinum
good.
pudding
So we're
to
like
commemorate the
50-50,
Queen's
right?
Jubilee. Number 6. Shepherd's pie and cottage
I've had
pie.
shepherd's pie
When it
before.
comes to the
I think,
nation's favourite
I think
pies,
Mad Max
some of
loves
our
the
most
shepherd's
beloved
pie, if
are
I
not
remember
really
right.
pies at all. Shepherd's pie and cottage pie are established
What's the
family
difference?
favourites made from mincemeat topped with mashed potato and cooked in the oven. Many of us think of the two pies as interchangeable, but supposedly shepherd's pie uses lamb, hence the name, while cottage is traditionally made with beef mince. The British cousin of spaghetti
way,
bolognese and
that sounds
chili
okay.
con carne, shepherd's or cottage pie
Also
has
not a
become
pie.
a staple for many of us in
But
the
that's
UK.
okay.
However,
Do your thing,
there is a
UK. Do your thing,
possibility
baby.
that it actually originated in France.
So far
Number
we've seen
5,
4 kitchen counters,
sticky
and I have
toffee
yet
pudding.
to see
Compared to some of
any
the
seasonings on the
distinguished
counter.
dishes on this list, sticky toffee pudding
Oh, there's
is a
Gordon
bit of
again.
a newfangled invention, coming to
Y'all ever watch
popularity
Uncle Roger?
in the
Check out Uncle Roger if you
1970s.
hadn't. He's
The
hilarious.
Aussies
Makes fun
and
of
the
Gordon all the
Kiwis
time.
call it sticky date pudding, but we can claim the recipe as our own. The modern incarnation traces back to a hotel in Cumbria,
butter.
although
Lots of
one
butter.
pub in Yorkshire claims they were serving it back in 1907. A good sticky
Sorry,
toffee
YouTube.
pudding consists of a light, moist sponge made with chopped dates and seasoned with nuts or spices.
Yeah,
It's
out on
doused
that
in
one.
toffee sauce and served with vanilla ice cream or
Ugh,
custard.
pies
There's
and
no British
puds?
delicacy that feels more indulgent. But if you want a quick fix, you can even make it in the microwave. Number 4. Chicken tikka masala. Considered by some as
Nope.
our national dish.
I'm
Yes,
sure
really.
Indian food to some
This
people
mild
is
chicken
delicious.
curry is Britain's
Not my
favourite
thing.
Indian meal, but it's not really Indian at all. Inspired by butter chicken, it's believed to have been invented back in the 60s by the British South Asian community. Was it the Bangladeshi migrant chefs, the British Pakistanis from Glasgow, or the Indian
No,
cook
not
from
on this.
London with the
So
can
far,
of
we're
Campbell's
50-50
soup?
though.
Whichever apocryphal tale is
I mean,
the true
apparently I'm a
version,
big fan of pie,
we can
aka
safely say
quiche.
that chicken tikka masala was designed to be marketed to Brits. Not too spicy and swimming in gravy, the tomato and chicken-based dish is more than a tasty takeaway classic, it's multiculturalism in action. Number 3. A full English. Breakfast is
Full
the most
English.
important meal of the day,
This is so-
and
the
there's
beans
nothing
in the
more
morning
satisfying than when
is
you
weird
get
to me.
the chance to
Maybe
do
it's just
it.
the reaction I
No
have to beans
croissants or
on the old
pancakes for
stomach.
us.
I don't know.
Brits traditionally break their
Love
fast
sauces,
with a
though.
fry-up.
Looks like
Your
bratwurst.
full
I'll take
English
that.
should
Love tomatoes.
typically include sausages, bacon and eggs, mushrooms, fried bread, fried or grilled tomatoes,
Fried
black
bread.
pudding, and maybe a hash brown or two. The Scottish add haggis, white pudding, oatcakes, or tatty
Bacon,
scones.
no mushrooms,
The
out
Welsh
on the mushrooms,
occasionally
not for
include
me.
cockles and lava bread,
What's fried
and an
bread?
Ulster fry might be served with soda bread or
Beignet?
potato cakes. Whatever part of the UK you hail from, it's widely understood that
I'd
a
eat that,
fry-up
except
is
for
the
the
food
mushroom.
of the gods.
Well,
A
I mean,
reliable hangover
I'm down with
cure
that.
and a great British
I've never had to eat a
institution.
vegetable again.
Number 2. A Sunday roast.
Okay.
Talking of British institutions,
Where's
let's
the
take a minute
seasoning?
to celebrate the traditional Sunday roast.
How
Many
long-
households still sit down to a roast dinner
It's
on a
just a
Sunday
chunk of meat.
afternoon,
They're like
and
cavemen.
pubs do a roaring trade in carveries for Sunday lunch.
kill the cow,
The Great British
throw it on
Roast
the grill.
is basically a less fancy version of your
It
classic
cooked-
Christmas
cooked
dinner.
perfectly, though. I'll
Roasted
give 'em
meat,
that.
Yorkshire puddings, roast potatoes and veg are your basic components.
Okay, that
Gravy and stuffing are
season
recommended,
looks
and
delicious.
of course, whatever sauce goes best with your meat of choice. Whether
Okay.
you're tugging into chicken...
Wait a second. Are those ribs? There's no way. No seasoning on the ribs at all? No barbecue sauce? Y'all, I'm from Memphis. There's people rolling over in their graves right now. What is this? Looks like fatback on top. What on earth? All right, let's push through. Push through, taco.
chicken, lamb, or a bit of roast beef, the plates are piled high and soon scraped clean.
Before we begin, we publish new content
do
every
that too.
day, so be sure
Y'all
to
see that?
subscribe
Hit that.
to our
Hit the
channel
sub button.
and ring the
Like
bell
the
to
video
get
for me.
notified about our latest videos.
Yeah, ring the notification bell.
Number 1.
Look, I don't even have to
Fish
edit
and
that part.
chips.
This is great.
We've
All
covered
right, here we go.
breakfast and Sunday dinner, but
That's some
what
big
about
chunks
those
of salt
evenings
put
when
on
you
some french
just
fries.
can't be bothered to cook? What about days out by the
What? There's
seaside
seasoning,
or
so
Friday
that's a
nights in
start.
front of the telly? That calls for a trip to the chippy. Our beloved fish and chip shops have been here since the 1860s, and they're everywhere you look. Battered fish deep fried in oil, hot chips served with gravy, curry sauce, or lashings of salt and vinegar. What could be more comforting?
I don't get the
Traditionally,
salt.
fish and chips were
Why would you
eaten
not
on a
put that on
Friday,
before you cook 'em?
partly due to the Catholic custom of eschewing meat on that day.
If you're gonna
but
use the
there
big
is
chunks
no
like
bad
that.
time to indulge in this iconic combination.
Do you agree with our picks?
I mean, what do we see? 3 or 4 things we'd eat? The trifle. I'd probably eat the roast, but I'd have to have a big old bowl of ketchup to go with it. I'm not sure if it would taste like anything. Not sure about beans for breakfast and the mushrooms, but the rest of that breakfast looked phenomenal. Sausage, bacon, eggs. I'm down for that. The shepherd's pie looked pretty good, or the cottage pie. I guess you could flip-flop it. And the whatever that steak, we're going to call it a quiche because that's what it is. It's not a pie. Anyways, that's UK food for you. In a country that fought so hard for the spices, I don't understand. Maybe they're saving them since they worked so hard for them. I don't know. but cool for them. I'm going to stick to my Louisiana food for sure. Maybe a little Memphis mixed in there and Arizona. Those are my 3 favorite foods in the United States. All right, y'all. Well, I hope you had fun. We tried something a little different. Maybe we'll keep it up. We'll see how the video does. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Never forget.
Taco rules.